The Honourable Leader of the New Democratic Party.
Yesterday, during the update on the QE2, government representatives said that the plan for the new hospital includes 36 additional inpatient beds. Now, a person might fairly wonder if the need for these beds stems from the fact that 20% of our hospital beds are filled with people waiting for places in nursing homes. We also know that a nursing home bed costs only about $250 a day in comparison with a hospital bed costing around $1,300. In the midst of all this redevelopment, what does the Premier say to all those who must continue to live in hospitals because the government has failed to open an adequate number of nursing home beds across the province?
The Honourable Premier.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank the honourable member for the question. Mr. Speaker, as he would know, the announcement yesterday is bringing together 2 healthcare facilities on the peninsula to ensure that we modernize that infrastructure. There is a number of those beds that would be there associated with the capacity to do more work. There's also, you'll see an expansion in and around that facility, Mr. Speaker, and around making sure we take advantage of new technologies that'll be there. Dr. Bethune called it a game changer when it came to cancer care in this province, Mr. Speaker. It's a positive announcement. We'll continue to work with our partners, though, in the private sector, Mr. Speaker, to ensure that we continue to make sure that we provide long-term care beds across the province.
The Honourable Leader of the New Democratic Party.
Well, there is so much evidence that our hospitals' emergency rooms around the province are being backed up by the high proportion of people there in the category of alternate level of care. Just yesterday, the Health Authority's Chief Nursing Officer said that the Valley Regional is challenged by the volume of people waiting in hospital for long-term care placement there. 22 of their 138 beds are occupied by people in the long-term care placement process. So I want to ask the Premier, when can we expect to see a program of nursing home construction adequate to move the province's seniors out of hospitals into appropriate care?
The Honourable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, I'm wondering if he believes that we should allow the private sector to continue to invest in long-term care beds, Mr. Speaker. He's opposed to it in primary care. Fact of the matter is, Mr. Speaker, we've announced an additional 100 long-term care beds in Cape Breton. When the redevelopment that'll take place, that's doubling what's currently there. I think it's 50 that'll be added to that. We know there's some other need in that particular region. We're looking at what is the best option for that. As we look around the province, we're looking at capacity within our current systems, so ways to expand some of those footprints, or is indeed another way to provide the care. On top of that, Mr. Speaker, we're hearing from families across this province who want to continue to remain in their home as long as possible. We're making investments in adapting homes for care. At the same time, we're ensuring that we invest in home care so that we continue to meet the wishes and needs of our citizens.